Yo, what's happening? It's your boy Skywalker the Jedi back at y'all with another one, with another super special edition of OG Talk with Skywalker the Jedi. We back with another part two, right? And I'm really excited to be having this conversation because I went back and I watched our first episode earlier, and there's been so much that has gone on, so much that has changed, but so much yet that has stayed the same. So we felt it was best to get on there and have this conversation. And I'm very grateful that the homie, Mr. Wes Ashley, is graceful with his time today, right? So it's my pleasure having you here, bro. Thank you for blessing the platform once more.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for having me, man. I always like coming on y'all shows, man. And I still gotta congratulate you one more time, bro. All the news and all the shit going on is y'all right in the center of that shit. The Netflix shit, the sale movement, Mikey verse, y'all right in the center of all of this, bro. So I'm happy you called me to help out with this show, bro. Whatever you need, I got you, dog.
For sure. I see you rocking the Dr. Manhattan today. You
know? Yeah, because y'all be calling me Morpheus, man. I'm like, man, I got this way stronger than Morpheus, bro.
Yo. Oh man.
Nuclear level shit, bro. I
feel it. Welcome to OG Talk. Man, Depili. So I want to get started, man, because I watched our first episode earlier, man, and that was one of our first times really speaking, and it was just so crazy going back and seeing that energy and everything that really happened with that stream. But a couple things that I noticed, man, is that we are in a different time, but it feels so similar to what has been going on this entire time, bro. And for everybody that doesn't know, this man is one of the main reasons that we even got Zack Snyder's Justice League in our homes and in our hands, right? We are really talking about somebody that has been here from the absolute genesis of this thing. And so when we're having these conversations, and I can go back to that was like a year and a half ago, pretty much. And I just saw so many things that was similar, man, when we're talking about the tactics that we had been going up against that whole time, and some of the things that you guys were fighting behind the scenes, right? The arguing over hashtags, like it's literally the same things that we've been kind of dealing with since we started this sale movement. And so I did want to kind of highlight that first, that man, it's so crazy going back and watching that conversation and just seeing all other things that you were talking about even back then kind of playing out in real time all over again.
Yep. It is. And it's back then I was, I wanted to make sure people wasn't around you that was going to slow up y'all's movement. I wanted to make sure that, because I've learned around that time when we were talking, I was still mainly pissed with the movement only because
that's true.
No, I was pissed at the movement, man. I didn't like what happened to it at all, because like we talked about, even with when we were trending for like 1 million tweets and always number one, we had the subway shit going on. That was only for like a week or two, but we were doing this for years, you know what I mean? So like we only operated on all cylinders for like a week or two, you know what I mean? So for years we were just being distracted, being misinformation, counterintelligence, led away.
COINTELPRO.
Yeah,
I kept
COINTELPRO.
bringing that up too.
Right.
I was like, COINTELPRO.
Hell yeah, bro. That's exactly what was going on, bro. It was so like it was deep, and I even look back at it now, like we live in this time right now. We saw Black Lives Matters has turned out to be something that we shouldn't be fucking with, or Biden, how he turned out, how the Biden administration turned out, all of that shit, right? But back in the day, they were trying to get all of us on board that bullshit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for me, I think it was only me, like maybe Fatal J or a few other people, Brian Kuhn, we would have been on that dumb shit. You know what I mean? We would have been operating on all cylinders for that dumb shit. But then when you really look back at 2020 view, why were we even on that shit? Why were people even trying to push all that detrimental political shit with us? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
imagine if we would have pumped Joe Biden at that time, bro. And then they look back at us. I don't want to hear shit from y'all niggas. Y'all, I don't want to hear a thing from y'all boys.
Oh my God, bro.
That, bro. If it wasn't for us, dog, we would have had egg on our face, bro. Like, bro, we look at it now and we see how Black Lives Matters, came and did their shit to the country and blah blah blah. We were right in between that, bro. We were right in the middle of that shit. And instead of us doing a million tweets, feeding the homeless, bro, look at this. Look at this. Imagine if we did the same kind of play that we did for Subway. Imagine if we did that shit for Netflix. We would have already had the shit by now. If we would have been hitting up Netflix, we could have hit up any corporation at that time and got something out of them boys.
Facts. That's true, man.
Any corporation.
In hindsight, right? Like, cause look, dude, I said this hashtag and it trended immediately.
Right.
It was on Forbes within 1 week, right? In less than a week. And then you fast forward till now we're getting DC projects. We got damn near a whole DCEU on Netflix within 1 year.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like
1 year.
So
all the actors, Zach's over there, fucking Wonder Woman's over there, everybody's over there now, but imagine if we would have hit off Netflix like we hit off Subway. Netflix would have showed up and been like, they probably would have battled Zaslav back in the day. We would have been way ahead of time. But all the people that was claiming Zack Snyder shit, claiming they're in the movement, blah, blah, blah. If we really look back at them, they was holding us back, bro. And to be honest, they was probably holding us back on purpose, So then you came out with the OG talk after shit done blew the fuck up. After everybody was like, man, fuck this shit. Then you showed up, OG talk, and the same people that was holding us back went and gravitated around you. I said, no, man, hell no, dog. That was our first time talking, but I really was like, no, this man actually wants us to do something. This man actually wants us to move forward. Why are we talking to these dudes? These dudes are, but you didn't know at the time, So I think that was my first real want to get on your show, to be like, no, Scott, bro, those niggas aren't it, bro. They gonna hold you back. So then as time went by, you start seeing it yourself. Then you always call me like, yo, why is this going on? Why is this going on? And I'm like, bro, I told you. Same shit happened to us.
There's been many a time, bro, many a conversation that I had to call you and be like, bro, what the hell is going on with this fandom, bro?
Correct.
And you always hit me with the same line. this ain't just about getting no movies, bro. Like,
Right. This
real
ain't
talk.
that shit, bruh. Because all right, look at it. We want to see Zack Snyder's movies. What the fuck did that got to do with Black Lives Matters, bro? Like, if we wanted to see Zack Snyder's movie,
or the Us United thing too,
right, right.
because that really wasn't from the Zach thing, man. Like we can't try to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
no,
they were trying to pull the wool. I was like, bro, Joe Biden he just put this hashtag out, bro, and y'all came out right afterwards, like, oh yeah, Us United. I was like, bro, Twitter's gonna read that as the same.
right. Correct, bro. Correct. They tried to pull a wool over our face. Like we had the Watchman room. Let's say we do something good and everybody's happy.
This shit's
The
crazy.
next fucking day, someone would come in the Watchman room, like Lex. It was always the same few people. Lex, Jeff, just somebody, and would just straight spin our wheels on some bullshit, bro. So then we would be sitting in there like a lot of people didn't mind doing anything. You know what I mean? A lot of people were just like, oh, whatever. If we trending that or we tweeting that, let's just do it. But a few people was like, yo, no, how would that make us look as a movement if we doing this and we doing that and we doing this? So then I look at you, y'all came up with rules, don't talk to WB, don't be toxic, don't do this, don't do that. And I'm like a bomb just blew off of my head, like, bruh, that is perfect, bro. That's perfect. But look at it. I want it like let's say the cool table, right? Let's say the cool table was around then. Let's say the cool table was the Watchmen back then. Now we had TPZ, we had, Ronaldo, we had everybody in the Watchmen chat. We killed it for Subway. Now we are working in corporate business. You know what I mean? We're now in the corporate stratosphere, right? So now,
Nice.
if you're in the corporate stratosphere, you're doing corporate business, no matter what we say. So now, what if, bro, we were an organization, the Cool Table Inc. or some shit, Watchmen Inc. or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's say we had all our business taken care of. Starbucks or anybody, Subway, come up to us and be like, yo, we need a bigger influence on Twitter. We'll pay y'all $50,000 to make us trending for 1 week. Bro, we did that in like 2 hours, bro.
Yeah.
But corporate business pays like that. That's what they do. So now I see, damn, they using us to do big work for like free. So now I'm looking at it like, yo, this ain't really for free. Some people getting paid, some people ain't. So then I really started trying to focus on what are we doing in this movement? Really, what are we doing? Because nobody was talking about like Zach's actual content. Nobody was talking about Zach's actual movies. It was just, how can we get Zach on our podcast? How can we get some Zach clout? Or how can we get in some trade like Forbes or whatever. But let's say we had the Cool Table Inc. Subway, Netflix, whoever shows up. They got to holler at Skywalker, bro. They got to holler at Leon. They got to holler at y'all boys. So then they'd be like, yo, what's your budget? Or whatever. You just tell them your budget. Yo, this $100,000 to do this shit. All right, cool. They would have paid $100,000 in 1 second to us for doing what we did. When they were like, yo, we'll feed 100,000 homeless people. Bitch, how much you think that costs? You know what I mean?
Facts. Facts,
A lot of fucking money, bro. That costs.
Facts.
If we can do that before lunch, we just made a power move. We made a corporate power move. So now I'm telling, yo, we should be I'm not saying we should be legal, but we should be This there is no other marketing agency on our on our level at that time. There was nobody else. There was no company, corporation, merchandise, nothing that was trending higher than us. It was only two.
Not at all.
It was Trump and it
Trump
was
and
Elon
release the Snyder Cut,
Musk. Right,
right?
right.
Trump and release the Snyder Cut.
Right.
That.
So now, if all right, so we looking. All right, Trump took the same type of movement to some other app when he got kicked off or whatever. All those people went over to that app, Truth Social or whatever. Trump probably made these people $1 billion just on that app. Homeboy Elon Musk was our competition at the time also. Elon Musk bought Twitter. You know what I mean? But what did we do? We got a movie and then we disappeared. But the level of where we were at was so fucking big, bro. It was so big. So then I see y'all, and y'all come up with the Netflix shit, and it was the greatest idea. It was a whole nother corporation to talk to, and they started talking. They started acting right. So then people start showing up. The same people want to get on your nuts now, but they were just coming to fuck you up, bro. They were just trying to make sure you never get to where you are right now, you know, because that's what they did, you know, like Joe Biden can be like, yo, I want to fix the homeless and I want to do this, I want to do that. Bitch, you've been here for 60 years. You ain't never did shit. You know what I mean? So what are you talking about? When all them people came up to you and was like, yo, we want to help, we want to do this and we want to do that. Bitch, y'all was here the whole time. Y'all ain't never did shit. So how you want to help Skywalker now? You don't want to help Skywalker. You want to hurt that man, you know? So that's when I showed up, and that's when OG talk. That's when niggas start hating you, because it was like, oh, you got Peely on your show, bro. I ain't talking to you no more. I'm blah blah blah. But look,
Yeah.
you stuck to your guns. You made rules, and now look, wait, y'all almost at the finish line, bro. You know, you're almost at the finish line. And look, it was a year. You did this shit within a year, bro. We did it. Shit. We were going for 3 or 4 years before we made any noise. You know, you did this shit within a year. Why? Because you didn't have them boys fucking y'all up, and you made rules and you stuck with them. You know, but why did we have them? Who were we working for, bro? We were working for Warner Brothers. Let's just be real.
Yeah, facts.
Brothers that was telling us to do all this stupid shit, you know, like, you know, do this Black Lives Matter shit, do this Biden shit, you know.
Yeah,
be honest, bro.
yeah. It's kind of crazy because even recently, right, there was a bit of a dust up on social media with David Ayer and the whole release the air cut thing that kind of oddly turned into a promotion for the Beekeeper, pretty much. And I was just like, yo, you know what? And that's really like, yo, I think I called you after that. I was like, bro, like you was right, bro. I was like, yo, once again, like, it's pretty clear as day what was going on. They were using our fan base to kind of, you know, promote these movies and run them through the marketing gauntlet, pretty much, right? And so, yeah, now we're over here with Netflix, and it's a bit of a different relationship. It's been a lot less of that other stuff going on, and more just, hey, if you guys is gonna show the engagement, we'll probably keep giving you more. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, that's what it was. They were using us to run their movies through our gauntlet. That's exactly what they. And it was. I look deeper in that because, like, you know, it's some Hollywood shit. So you look at like Scientology and all of that shit. If you really look at Hollywood, there's like cults in Hollywood. Even you know, Joker, what's his name? Jared Leto, he has a cult. You know what I mean? He has an actual. So were we built to pump Warner Brothers movies, or did it just happen like that? Because so when I'm telling everybody, yo, we could literally be doing this for every corporation in America, in the world. We could literally be helping every corporate, anybody that wants some time on Twitter, come through us, whatever. We get a $50,000 check. We can spread that shit out through the whole movement. Whoever needed money at the time, whoever was broke, whoever was out, about to get kicked out of their house, we could hit them boys off. We could take care, just like I do on my Facebook. We can take care of our community. No, let's not. No, I don't want to do that. Nobody wanted to do that. Not one person wanted to do that shit. I started selling hoodies, right? So next thing you know, I started taking the money from the hoodies and giving it to the community, like donating to regular community charities. Next thing you know, everybody start getting mad about Zach Crack and this, that, and try to sabotage my hoodies and all this other shit like that. But if I was to stay giving the money to, like, AFSP or whatever, nobody would have ever said nothing about Zach Crack. They would have let the shit go. All right. I understood that. But y'all didn't build me. You know what I mean? Y'all didn't build my promotion. I came and gave y'all my promotion. Y'all didn't build my shit. You know what I mean? So y'all can't tell me what to do. But all these people that was around, like the old Watchmen, they were building people's shit, but they wasn't building it for our shit. They was building it for Warner Brothers, and as much props as I want to give y'all, I keep wanting to give you, because when you said take that shit to Netflix, you did a Thanos snap on all of those fools, bro. All of those fools that was working for Warner Brothers. That's why they don't fuck with you now, because they can't work with Netflix. They work for another corporation. That's why they don't fuck with you, because it was like, yo, bro, you said let's work for Netflix. You Thanos snap everybody off the nuts immediately. Now I'm sure you don't got no Netflix people in your chats or in your chat rooms or anything like that, because y'all are holding it down so well. It ain't no drama. It ain't no fighting. It ain't no mixing the hashtags. It's always trending. It's always nice. All of your content is cool. Y'all did it right, bro. You did it 100% right. My whole time around you was just to protect them boys away from you. But when you took that shit from Warner Brothers' hands to Netflix hands, you changed the whole game. And it was the greatest idea ever, bro. It was like, yo, how come I didn't think about this shit? How did he think about this? Because Zach was already over there, bro.
No, look, I'm gonna be honest, Peely. It took a couple things for this shit to spark, man. It took Cavill being out, right, and me knowing Seal and getting that information early, bro. That's really what led to this shit. Because I was like, Warner Brothers ain't even a fucking, like, we can't worry about them at all now, right? Because they just officially like, yo, Cavill's out, James Gunn in, new Superman. So that's really what changed it. And there's been several of these like little pillars that all of you guys have put in, and that was definitely one of them. It was me understanding that, hey, we can't even talk to them boys no more because they don't care. Right. Like, they officially don't care now. So me getting that information a little early from Seal is really what kind of triggered me being able to try to figure out a different way to get it done.
That was the perfect idea, bro. That was because they already had a streaming service they was trying to build with HBO Max, but they wasn't listening to the fans, not at all, and it was kind of like they were building a hype machine, because like I was even trying to get people to study like neuromarketing. Like, if you tell your brain is like it's tuned in ways, like if I tell you don't touch that fire because it's hot, you're still gonna want to touch that fire,
Yeah, absolutely.
They were doing like marketing brain level ways to us. They were saying like, oh, everybody go say Suicide Squad sucks or something like that. So then we'll all go say Suicide Squad or the Suicide Squad sucks. But really, we made it trending just by saying the Suicide
The
Squad.
Suicide
Right.
facts.
Right. So nobody got that. They were doing it over and over and over and over to us. And nobody in the Watchmen, nobody in no other place got it. So I'm like, bro, I just want to see Zack Snyder's movies, bro. That's it. I don't care about James Gunn. I don't care about the Suicide Squad. I don't care about nothing, none of this other shit. Wonder Woman 84, none of. But people was like, "Oh, Peely, you tripping? You always in a bad mood. You're, bro. What are we doing, bro? What are we? Y'all don't care about Zack Snyder's movie. Y'all not trying to see Zack Snyder's movies. Y'all just they were doing it for something else. And when you met me around OG Talk 1, I fully have saw that. And I think Fatal J saw it. A few other people saw it and they just left. But bro, your shit, you Thanos snapped all of the Warner Brothers people away. And now I look at it like, yo, where's everybody at? Where's everybody at? And it only shows that they're not here because they're not under contract no more. You know, that's what it is. The contract time is over, and the real fans are the only ones left, and that's y'all. You know, everybody else was either doing it for they were under some kind of promotional contract, they was on some kind of PR, they were acting as some PR, but they were never really doing it for Zack shit. They were never Zack Snyder's fans. It was just a job to them boys, you know? And that's where we are today. We see that today with them not helping you out, bro. You know?
Yeah, and just full disclosure, that's one of the reasons that we kind of decided to have this stream was because we were talking about just that, right? And you were asking me like, "Yo, where's everybody at?" You know what I'm saying? And I kind of didn't have a good answer. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Yo, I don't know what they're doing," but it is definitely a bit eerie knowing that we do seem to be so close to the finish line, and there's been little support from people that were once such big pillars in the Zack Snyder fan base, right?
Correct. Where is like Dave the Film Junkie at? Or, you know, Film Gob or any of the Watchmen that you used to see with the little button, where are they at, bro? Like, if you're close to the finish line, bro, you done had the actual Green Lantern guy congratulate y'all online. He's in the actual movie. He's in the Snyderverse. And he's telling you congratulations, bro. You should have been on every Snyder person's podcast. You know, you should have been on everyone should be talking about you right now. Hold on, that's my mom. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm on a podcast now. What's up? All right. Okay. All right. Bye. Hey, yo, we gotta pause. I gotta run to my mama's house real quick.
I got you.
All right, we gotta pause. My bad. I'll be right back.
No problem.
My bad. My bad.
All right, all right, all right. We back. We back. Now, Paley, before we had to take a little commercial break, we was pretty much talking about how we're at this point where we're almost at the finish line, and it's seeming as if a lot of the people that was involved in pushing a lot of this Zach stuff have gotten kind of quiet recently, and how odd that is, especially seeing as how we've been really pushing these hashtags and stuff for years, right? I mean, from release through restore, and then we were trying to get the air cut out and the Batfleck movie made, and all these things, and now it seems like we have a viable option with Netflix pretty much being able to facilitate this stuff, and then it's been crickets on a lot of that end, right?
Exactly. Wonder why, bro. Like, wonder why. You know, it can't be because they're mad because me and you are cool. You know, it can't be that because shouldn't you want to see the Snyderverse trump these little personal shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you and your crew, if y'all are right on the finish line, all that manpower they had back then, or all that manpower we had back then, not one of these people are. I don't see none of them boys in your chat. I don't see none of them, posting your shit on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like, bruh, these dudes almost got the Snyderverse, bruh. They're like 99% there. Fucking Green Lantern. You know what I mean? Green
Yeah.
Lantern congratulated y'all.
Yeah.
And what I said on that you should have been on, you know what I mean? Like all of those guys should have made a podcast about you. Or you should have, they should be asking you, yo, how can we help? Yo, come on my podcast. You should have been on Dave the Film Junkie. You should have been on Film Gobs, or what was the little Asian guy back in the day?
Chris Wong.
Chris Wong. Like, where's Chris Wong at?
Yeah.
Like, where are all these people at? Because if they just help you not only on your podcast, but maybe on your trending events or anything, they might push us over the top, or we might get to see the whole Snyderverse on Netflix.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, like I remember when you had brought that up about how their personal feelings for you shouldn't trump. And I said that then, and I'll say it now. Look, man, we could be like, I could see Peely on stream saying like, "Yo, F Skywalker's mama, yo, like I don't like her." You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. Man, that ain't got nothing to do with BVS, bro.
right.
Like, what does that have to do
What does
with
that?
Batman versus Superman, bro? Like, that has nothing to do with that. Like, when I saw that Comic-Con trailer, bro, I actually shed a tear, people. When I saw that BVS Comic-Con trailer, that is a true story. My brother will vouch. I cried, bro.
Right.
Like, my personal feelings for you have nothing to do with that trailer, bro. And my whole reaction seeing that movie or seeing the Snyder Cut, right? Like, and that was a great point. Personal feelings for individuals should never trump how we feel about these movies.
Correct. And like, I didn't do shit to them boys. Like, really, what did I do to them boys? Nothing. Like, there was nothing that happened between me, you, them, or nothing that should stop them from saying, yo, I want to help this man. Except if they work for Warner Brothers and they just can't help Netflix. That's the only reason. That's the only fucking thing I can think of, because, like, if they're really Zack Snyder's fans and we really got a chance to, because if they put the Snyderverse on Netflix, are they maybe talking about continuing it? Wouldn't we want to see more of it? Like, if they put just Zack Snyder's Justice League on Netflix, doesn't that show that there's a possibility to have Justice League 1, 2, and 3 on Netflix?
That's what I thought, bro. Netflix they're literally making Beverly Hills Cop 4 right now.
Oh my God.
Like, yo, the last Beverly Hills Cop movie came out like 30 years ago, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we about to get a sequel to that. Like, come on, man. I totally think that all this movement surrounding the DCEU projects going to Netflix, the month of Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon being dropped, I don't think that these things are accidents. I don't think that they're coincidences. I think that there are chances for the fan base to really show that, hey, we're willing to engage with this stuff once it's on the platform. And the fact that I haven't been seeing much push from a lot of these channels that were very big in the community leading up to this point, it is very, very odd, bro. Because we're at the finish line, PB. Like, it's right there, and it feels as if it's only just us
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, hey, cool, but just realize that, we have taken notice to these things, and the community have taken notice to
Right.
these things.
Right. Like, that's huge. Like what you said, y'all have taken notice, and that's a great way of putting it, bro. That's so huge because like y'all are doing trending events with just y'all's crew, and y'all are still trending, right? Or we're at the finish line and we're almost ready to see some more Snyderverse shit. What did you do to them that will prevent them from helping you? Let's just take me out of it completely. What did Skywalker do to them? Nothing, you know? Nothing. So where are them boys at? Like, what's their excuse? What can they say? And then even look before that, because when you first came out with this idea, they had so much shit to say, like, oh, it'll never work, or that's a stupid idea. But bro, you got Green Lantern to say congratulations. That's a bigger opinion than any of those guys. You know what I mean? That you got an actual dude in the movie that say, "Yo, congratulations, bro, you did it, bro."
Bro, Wayne T. Carr recognized me, bro. That was crazy.
Right? Recognize you from your work you doing, bro. Like, shouldn't everybody be wanting to interview you? Shouldn't everybody be like, "Yo, let's go to Netflix now. We got a path." Homeboy just showed it. Wayne T. Carr just congratulated. So it must be legit. It must be legit. It's like this. They were trying to discredit you for so long. They gotta say you're canon right now. They gotta say you're canon, bro. This Netflix shit is real, bro.
It is real, bro.
Right.
Oh, it's definitely real. It's definitely real.
So now where are they at, bro? Like this proves my point the whole time. A lot of people was either doing shit for Warner Brothers, doing shit for their own clout, like so David Film Junkie got a few interviews with Zach, so now he don't want, he's good. Is his channel, he got what he needed out of his channel. He don't want to do it no more, Or did he really want to see the movies? Obviously he didn't want to see the movies. Film Gob, you did this shit for years, bro. You've been doing the same shit for years. You try to act like, oh, I'm not in the movement no more. I do my own thing, but you still talk about Zach shit. So now there's a black kid in LA that got some Zach shit almost about to happen. Shouldn't you be talking to him? Like, why aren't you bringing your fan base over to help him out? Or all of them, all of these people. And I even talk, of course, Seal's still doing it. When I still talk to Fatal J still on some, at one time Fatal J was, trying to bury the hatchet to come back and help, or, do what he got to do to come back and help. But I'm talking about, for the most part, these people got mad at me for saying I don't really know who Fiona is, right? They really got mad. They tried to cancel me for saying that shit. All right.
I remember.
Right. So now look, if Fiona,
it was from my stream, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely remember that.
Right. So check this out. With me, if you want to DM me, this is me talking to you. It's gonna be me responding, right? So now all of these people, if Fiona, or any of these people really like Zach shit, like they were calling them boys super fans, this is the greatest opportunity to get more Zach content. Where are the super fans at, bro? It don't make no sense, other than I was right. Other than y'all was fake the whole time. Now y'all don't need the fake no more, and now y'all don't want to. Y'all just poof, y'all gone. Y'all up in the air,
Right? Yeah. It's funny because even talking with people that was at Full Circle, like Josh Herrera, right? And he actually spoke to. He was there with one of his friends, and even one of his friends kind of pointed out, like, hey, it actually feels like a lot of these people are just influencers and they're not really into Zach stuff. And I was like, yo, that's exactly the same sentiment that we saw. Right. And I'm just glad that we were able to attend Full Circle, because I really do believe that if we had not gone, uh, the the narrative coming out of that event would have been that Zach is done, because nobody asked him about the future whatsoever throughout the entire weekend, other than us, right? And it just seemed to be like, hey, there was already this huge push of rumors that was going to be the case going in, right? Was that Zach was going to say, "Hey guys, I'm done," right? And then if we hadn't been there, I really do believe that would have been the narrative coming out, because they even tried to still have that narrative, even though I asked Zach personally, and he gave the world a very clear answer about whether or not he wanted to, kind of keep this thing going.
Right, right, and that's like you said, bro. If you wasn't there, the narrative probably would have been changed again. You know, the narrative. If you wasn't there, they would have been out in full force. Film God would have had some shows. Oh, Zach said he's done. They would have been out in full force because, bruh, if y'all not, I'm not saying you're limping towards the line, but you could get some help. They could help you.
For sure.
For them not to, it's either they was under contract with Warner Brothers and you broke that contract by talking to Netflix, or they were, like Josh said, they were just influencers trying to blow up their channel, and Zach just happened to be the popular person at the time, and that could do it. Or they, I damn sure don't believe they're just mad at me, so they're just staying away from you. I don't. That's definitely not it, because ain't nobody really that mad at me. What? Because, bruh, I'm just saying that I'm not saying like Fiona, or I'm not pointing anybody out. I'm saying just names of people like TPZ or anybody. I went on Twitter the other day and I saw the account, the Release the Snyder Cut account, saying some shit about like Palestine or whatever, and that's like Ronaldo. All right, Ronaldo still got the account going. This was the other day. Why the account ain't tweet nothing about you, bro? Like, why we ain't saying on the Release the Snyder Cut account, yo, look at what Skywalker's doing. Skywalker this, Skywalker. Why is none of that happening, bro? And they can't say it's because P. Lee said he don't know Fiona. That cannot be. That sounds so retarded, bro. They say that. I want to ask all of them boys, where y'all at? What are y'all doing? Oh, you remember that time when you said something about Fiona? Ever since then, bro. Fuck you ever since then. And then I'm gonna be like, yeah, call Fiona right now. And nobody. I don't got enough. But you in love now. You ride or die now. But you can't call her if you needed $1. But you can call me. You can call Skywalker. You can call Seal. You know what I mean? That's what it was, bro. Let's just really talk about it. That's what it was. Put me right there. Put you right there. Put Seal right there. Put Leon right there. That's a bunch of black dudes. And we don't work for nobody. You know what I mean? Imagine the black dudes that ain't under contract with no studio getting this shit. Imagine that. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. So all those 5 years, or all those, we were fucking getting culted, brother. I can't. Bro, them boys had us brainwashed so much that we would come in that room every day, work, tweet all day, 8 hours a day for Warner Brothers, and then when we talk to Warner Brothers, they go do something completely opposite to what we had to do. Every day. If you got a girlfriend that you sit here and be like, for 8 hours straight, hey babe, I want to go to dinner. I want to go to dinner. I want to go to dinner. And every day she go out with another nigga or something. You need to go look at yourself, bro. You need to be like, dang, something going on, bro. You can be like, you know, man, I really like, you know, I really like the Black Panthers or something. No, you should like Black Lives Matter. I really like Trump. No, you can't talk to Trump. You should like Biden. I really like this. No, you should like this. Bro, what is that, bro? That's some Hollywood ass cult shit, bro. We could listen. It was something going on that had everybody attached every day, tweeting, working all our hours, and they're gonna say they just gave up all of that time because I said I don't know film. That don't make no damn sense, bro. That don't make no sense. It could be, I don't know, because no, I would. But look, Seal don't work for nobody. They were giving Seal hell since Seal started. I remember when I brought Seal in the Watchman chat. We had another Watchman chat, and they were like, "Yo, why you bring him in there?" Blah blah blah. You know, they were giving Seal all kind of hell, and I did too. And me and Seal, I guess I was like the spokesman for them boys. So I went and questioned Seal one day, and Seal had, you know, he said his shit right back to me. He wasn't nervous or nothing. He just said his shit right back. But they were trying to always like plant the same way they were doing with you, they were doing with me. Like plant little thoughts like, oh, Peely ain't real. Oh, Seal ain't real. Bro, listen, when I first came to well, I always had a Twitter, right? But when I first like came to Twitter and the Snyder Cut shit, Screen Rant within like 1 week, Screen Rant came and told all their followers to block me. Now Screen Rant got a whole lot of followers, right?
That's crazy.
They did a mass blocking of me. They were like, "Yo, this guy, block him." Why? Why? I did more better content than anybody in the whole movement. Why block? You know, but it was really they were, yo, Disney and James Gunn and all that shit. Marvel was taking over Warner Brothers. We're living in the time now where Marvel was taking over Warner Brothers, right?
Yeah, we're finally starting to see it like actually come to fruition now.
Exactly, exactly.
And
that was so basically, you know, Zach can't do a Man of Steel 2 because James Gunn gonna do a Superman Legacy. You know what I mean? It was that. So we can't see the air cut, but we can sneak act like we're protesting the Suicide Squad, but we're really making the Suicide Squad trending. But we ain't trending the air cut. We ain't doing no shit that we really want to see. We're trending some Polka Dot Man and some Shark Man or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
We literally had to move the trending day, right? Because it was supposed to outtrend the Suicide Squad, and at the last minute, it's like, hey guys, let's move the trending day. It's like, why? Like, why can't we outtrend this movie just like we did all the other ones? You know what I'm saying? But that was a James Gunn film, so maybe that's why it was a little different.
Correct. And it was always like that. It was we were in the middle of that. And I think when Zack Snyder went to Netflix, you know, he probably knew that. He probably saw that. But I think the fandom, because even when y'all were talking, when you got Zack Snyder on Full Circle, and he was like, yo, man, this fan base keep surprising me. You know, this fan base just, it won't stop. This fan base keeps going. So, all right, if everyone likes Zack Snyder, the fan base that kept going is Skywalker and Seal and them boys, right? So that's who Zack Snyder was really talking about. He wasn't saying, yo, this fan base film gob, you know, or film junk. He wasn't talking about none of them boys. He was talking about y'all. So now that should be a clue to all the other Watchmen, all the other, you know, TPZ, Ronaldo, all of them to come support you now. So now your shit should have went from going 70 miles an hour to going 100 miles an hour, right? And it didn't, and it still didn't. Even with Wayne T. Carr congratulating you, recognizing you on the streets. It's still there. You know what I mean? Like, bruh,
It's a weird time, bro.
weird shit, bro. This is the weirdest shit. So that's what I was like, yo, when we were talking about this on the phone, our next podcast was supposed to be about the Wonder Woman movie. We were just like, yo, let's push that one back and let's talk about this because this is the realest shit. Dog, all of those people were working against us the whole time. The whole time. And
Had to be, bro.
we succeeded because of them, in spite of them. You succeeded in spite of them still.
Man, look, I literally was just having a conversation the other day because, you know, as everybody kind of knows, we had a situation with somebody that was rocking out with us at a certain point that then decided to stop, right? But I was telling somebody the other day, you know, throughout that entire process, Leon and I were consistently having to keep this person on track, like at all times, because there was always this pull to start doing some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? Right. And then I heard recently, because I don't follow this person now, but I heard that there was some crazy stuff going on with him and the Gal Gadot stuff. And it's like, yo, like, why are we talking about all these things that have nothing to do with continuing on with the Zack Snyder films, right? Like, I don't give a damn about anybody's politics, right? Us over at hashtag sale. You can rock out however you want to rock out. I don't care who you guys support, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. I'm not gonna get into those kind of conversations. Just as long as you follow those ROEs when you're using those hashtags, that's all that I give a shit about. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who y'all voting for.
Right.
And I'm never gonna get into that, right? But it just seems kind of strange when we're at a time where we should be all focused on promoting Rebel Moon and trying to get this sale thing over the hump, seeing as how Netflix is giving us these alley-oops. And it just seems like from a lot of these larger platforms in the Snyder space, there seems to be crickets on. Look, they're not even really pumping Rebel Moon like that.
Right.
You know, and I think we've been doing way more content on Rebel Moon than some of these larger channels has, which is really telling.
Right. Wonder why though? Like, why do you think? You know how I feel. I've been talking, but why do you think?
Yeah. I think that throughout this whole time we've been hearing, hey, why don't you guys talk about Rebel Moon, right? Why are you guys still talking about this DC stuff? Why are you guys still, why don't you guys go and support Rebel Moon? Then we go and we do that. But at the same time, I think that people that have been secretly kind of like in opposition to what we've been doing, they know that if Rebel Moon is huge, that in turn boosts the viability of the sale campaign. And also, it's a big kick in the ass to Warner Brothers and everything, right? So I think that's why you're seeing a lot of hesitance to really, really pump this movie. And I've also stated that, hey, even if you look at the WBD side and Disney, both of these companies are well within or it's well within thought that they would have reasons to not want this movie to be successful.
Right.
Both of these entities, seeing as how Zach was ousted from Warner Brothers, and there's been this long, contentious relationship with his fan base, and on the Disney side, Rebel Moon is really the first competitor to Star Wars that is stepping into this space that can potentially turn into like a whole universe being built with like comic books and video games. We've been hearing about shows, all that. So both of these entities both have reasons that they would not want this thing to be successful. And then you, in turn, see a lot of the larger platforms that was supporting Zack Snyder all of a sudden getting really quiet and giving Rebel Moon not the full attention that it deserves, and uh, kind of being super quiet about this hashtag sale thing, even though we've made so much progress that it's undeniable at this point. Like, there is no acting like you don't know what we've done.
Right.
We started this thing January 3rd, and December 1st, damn near the entirety of the DCU is on Netflix.
Correct.
So it's literally been less than a year, right? And we also believe that if Rebel Moon is a huge success, maybe we can even get the Snyder Cut over there before Part 2 drops. Wouldn't that be what everybody would want, right? I mean, I'm not quite understanding where the confusion is here.
Right. So you said it. We had two corporate entities that probably wouldn't want to see this shit come out, right? And it was always
Yes.
like that. It was always like that. And it was like at the time you could see like Jeff Johns. If Zack Snyder was gonna put a character in the thing, Jeff Johns would try to rush out and do that character first, and like one of those shit he was doing, you know. And it was like
Haley, Leon, right? Like, it's so crazy that Leon is in this movement and has been rocking out. This dude was literally hearing conversations in 2013, bro, with Jeff Johns on speakerphone, talking about how they was about to start trying to fuck over Zach. So this is like during Man of Steel, bro. Like, this thing really goes back to Man of Steel. So they was already jockeying for position and trying to get Zach ousted in 2013, bro.
Yeah, correct, 100%. And it was remember as soon as Man of Steel came out, it had bad press about him breaking the dude's neck, and you know, Zack Snyder and Christopher Nolan didn't agree to that, and blah blah blah. And then BVS came and it had the same bad press. It was going on for a while, and that it brings me, because I've been saying all of that is still in the movement. People were thinking that Disney influence and that Warner Brothers influence was still outside of our movement, but it wasn't. And what it's showing now is that influence was still in the movement, because these are the two entities. Disney definitely didn't want to see Zack Snyder succeed, because then their little shit wouldn't succeed, you know?
Facts.
And they also didn't want to see Zack Snyder succeed, because now they couldn't take over Warner Brothers. So now both of their shit succeeded. You know, Endgame was a hit, and they got James Gunn inside of Warner Brothers, now playing with Warner Brothers characters. Zack Snyder is gone, blah, blah, blah. So now if y'all get this shit on Netflix, y'all are in direct competition with Warner Brothers. So now when there's Superman Legacy, it's gonna be Justice League 2, Zack Snyder shit will be more popular than Superman Legacy. You know what I mean? But if Warner Brothers was really about business, they would be happy with that. They would be like, they don't want no money. They don't want no money because they don't want to see the success, because it's still Disney. So now, when in our movement, if we only hit on all cylinders one time, you know, like out of one week out of about 4 or 5 years, we only hit on all cylinders once. Now, all of those people are still, you know, not around, not helping you. They still don't want to see shit succeed. That's what it is. And you're there about to succeed. So now, just like Homeboy said, yo, everybody blocked, just like Screen Rant said, everybody blocked Peely, because Peely was going to help them boys succeed in the release of Snyder Cut movement. They didn't want that shit to happen, you know? So now they don't want Skywalker to succeed in the Zack Snyder shit. So all the shit that we're really talking about, we're still in competition with Disney and Warner Brothers. Still.
Yeah, bro.
So that's why we answered our question. We knew the whole time, but we just have to put it together so everybody can believe us. We're stating our facts now that the reason they're not helping is not because they're mad at me saying something about Fiona. That don't even strike a thing on the Richter scale. They knew I was gonna help you succeed. They knew that shit. So as soon as day one, I start messing with you. It was like, oh,
that is when everything changed, bro. That's literally when everything changed.
right.
Right after that first OG talk. Facts.
Correct. That's when shit changed. So then they were like, fuck. We already seen what Peely can do with release the Snyder cut. And then when he wasn't there and restore the Snyder verse, they didn't do shit, you know? So then Seal was the only one really that
Still picked it up, right? Yeah.
picked that shit up, bro. And let's be honest, it wasn't no Dave the Film Junkie. Even with all of his shit with Zach, it was still Seal.
It was still Abdul, bro.
Still Abdul and Mikey.
Yeah, Seal and Mikey, facts.
Right. Seal picked that shit up, and look what Seal did. Seal changed the game on how now he's looking at executive. Seal was on that Zaslav shit. Seal was on that, yo, y'all boys look at this person and this person and this person. Because Seal was back in the day in the Snyder room when me and him used to talk like that. Remember in this movement, bro, before me, everyone just used to be like, well, not everyone, only a few people, like some random guy from Hollywood and be like, oh, I got a source. I heard something from Zack Snyder or blah, 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 you know, and then everybody like, oh shit, Zack Snyder's gonna have Metallo in the movie because they got it from like one dude, one source.
Yeah.
But look at, this is called intelligence. They're giving us intelligence. We are dealing with counterintelligence. So Seal knew what time it was, picked up the reins, took that shit. You knew what time it was. Now you got it. It's like Seal gave you the baton. You got it. Y'all almost finished the race, and we're still dealing with counterintelligence. Where is the counterintelligence coming from? It could only be Disney and Warner Brothers. It's only them. You know, it was no like they were always, you know, like, all right, say we're in the Snyder Cut movement. For a week, we'll be talking about Godzilla versus King Kong or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, or for a week, we'll be talking about some other Warner Brothers movies. But it was always Warner Brothers movies, you know? Or it was always let's diss Marvel, but we're still talking about Marvel movies, you know? It was never really, nobody ever talked about Zack Snyder.
Zack's movie, right?
You know, it was always like, because look, even still, when you talk about Rebel Moon, nobody's talking about Rebel Moon. I look at all the little channels. Nobody's breaking down Rebel Moon like me and you broke that shit down that time. Nobody was breaking down none of Zack Snyder's shit. You know, never. It was always, yo, how could I act like I like Zack Snyder to get him on my shit? Or how could I throw some mud in the game and start fighting with TPZ all day so we won't never talk about Zack Snyder shit? Bro, we're still dealing with Marvel and Disney. With Disney and Warner Brothers. We're still doing it. You're dealing with that right now. And it's not because you're hanging out with me. It's because we don't want you to succeed. 100%, bro.
Yo, and it was really crazy going back and watching our first episode of OG Talk because I had told you before the stream started, we could have been having that conversation like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Because you were speaking about some of the things that you were dealing with release the Snyder Cut and how they were always trying to, like, you know, kind of veer off course and have dumb arguments over hashtags.
Right. Hold on. Like, 1 second. Hold on. Now it's my sister.
Okay.
Hold on.
No. All good.
Hey. Yeah. So how is that going over there? Yeah.
All right.
Another random Commercial break, huh? We got to pay the sponsors, y'all boys. We got to pay the sponsors.
You got to pay the sponsors. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we were speaking about how we had already knew the answers to a lot of these questions, but we kind of had to have this talk so that everybody could understand that, hey, this really is what it is, right? When I had went back and I had watched that first episode and I had seen all the fighting over the hashtag stuff, man, that really hit home, Peely, because as you know, that was a huge thing within this movement, right? When we had that kind of craziness after Full Circle and people not understanding why we weren't trying to mix the hashtags. But I think that if you look at what's really happened since then, it's only strengthened our resolve and let us know that we made the right choice. If you look back to this past November 17th, the hashtags were all over the place, bro. And it was really like mixed messaging, and that was also making me think like, yo, I feel like our attention is kind of purposely being diverted, right?
Yeah, it was. And that's what we were on. We were definitely purposely being diverted. Bro, it's so good that y'all went to that Full Circle shit, bro. Where would we be without y'all boys? Just to be honest, dog. Like,
oh man,
what would we be talking?
Leon and I talk about it all the time, bro. I'm not like it's a scary thought, dude. It's a scary thought, bro. Like, cause each day that we were there, something massive happened, and we each kind of contributed to the event as a whole with these moments and getting questions answered and just adding to the overall event, bro. Because Leon has some classic moments where he's grabbing the mic and saying stuff into the mic and making everybody laugh. And there was this one time where when Zach kind of threw that shot at Jeff Johns, right? And me and Leon kind of jumped up and was like, yo, and Zach pointed at us and was like, yo, like it was all these little moments. And it kind of culminated with me being able to ask Zach that question and with Leon filming it. Cause we didn't even know, but they didn't even pick the question up on the cameras. There was no mic on our side of the theater. So if that thing wasn't taped, we don't even get what the question was, right? And there could have been all kind of narrative flips about, what was really asked of Zach, right? But yeah, we really got it from the perspective of the person that was right there next to me. So yeah, I'm super glad that we were able to go to Full Circle. And just shouts out to the homies that was there and to Mikey Sutton as well, because he definitely gave me some behind the scenes information that kind of charged me up quite a bit. So
right, and look at this. Look at rest in peace, Mikey Sutton too. We gotta say that, but look at
rest
this.
in peace, bro.
Look at the movement. Let's say like a fan, like just type in, yo, what's the Release the Snyder Cut doing right now? What's that crew doing? What if Skywalker wasn't here, right? Like you said, you saw some of the Watchmen's at Full Circle event, right? So now let's say if there's a part 3 Full Circle event, right? Y'all all go out there. You're probably gonna see the same Watchmen out there that you saw last time, right? But what did they do to get Full Circle 3? What did they do to get there? Like if Skywalker the Jedi and his crew wasn't around right now, will there be any Zack Snyder content online? Not much. I mean, it'd be some random dude maybe trying to break down some Zack Snyder shit, but it wouldn't be no movement online if y'all wasn't here, right? So to say that it's like if 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 they take you away, they win. It'll be only James Gunn shit we talking about. Superman legacy, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
All that bullshit. But you here, you're keeping the Zach shit alive, just like Seal did, just like I did before. Now, every time I ask this question, I hope them boys get mad at me and start making some content. But where in the hell are y'all at? Like, y'all are really Zack Snyder's fans. There's one dude left, bro. There's one dude and his crew keeping the hope alive, right? And he comes and he asked me to be on the show. I'm from the beginning. I'll always come on his show to show support. But where the fuck is you saw Hamad at the thing? You saw Will.
Yeah, I saw Ahmad.
Right.
I actually took a picture with Ahmad that I never showed anybody, but
Right.
yes, I actually ran into Ahmad.
You saw Gio, or
I'm pretty sure Gio was the one that gave me the crazy look and was staring at me weird from the bathroom.
right. All right, so now and Will still keeps in touch sometime every now.
Hey, shout out to Will. I didn't get the link with him because literally I saw him when we was pulling up, but then I didn't see him again after that. And he was like, "Hey, yeah, hey." So shout out to Will. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So that's enough. That's enough people right there to get a billboard. Why you ain't get a billboard yet? Like, where my dogs at? Where are these niggas at, bro? Like, what? And if you do OG Talk and continue, they're gonna want to come on the show, and maybe they can speak for them. They're gonna be like, yeah, Peely, you just made us so mad, and we can. But no, bro, that's not it, dog. That's not it. I didn't make nobody that damn mad. Y'all tried to cancel me, honestly, because I said that ain't that fucking bad, bro.
That is literally what happened. That's pretty much what happened, yo.
Right, and I remember
because it was on that Cool Table stream. You came on the stream with the Cool Table, and it was you, Fatal J. You know what I'm saying? And that was an epic stream, and everybody kind of got upset. And look, that next day I saw everything flip. Everything changed that very next day.
Full spectrum dominance. Them boys went out and start making all these memes about me, like all this shit, look like professional ass Warner Brothers ass memes and shit, like, bruh, all right. That didn't kill me. I'm still here, but okay. I'm not mad at none of them boys. I don't give a fuck about because they're all weak. I'm not mad at them boys. If they want to come help Skywalker, come help Skywalker. I'm asking y'all to. But why aren't y'all? Like why do we have to have this podcast to put y'all on blast like that? Where the fuck where's Chris Wong, bro? Like how did Chris Wong do so much content and then say he don't want to see Zack Snyder shit no more?
I don't know. This is crazy, man. This is crazy, bro. Dog, this is a crazy time, bro.
This is crazy. Not one of these dudes asked you to come on their podcast. Not Forbes did mention you before, right?
Yes, bro.
Right.
Yes, bro.
Bro, Forbes mentioned you.
I did an interview with comicbookmovie.com, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
comicbookmovie.com.
Come on, man.
Green Lantern.
Did a full interview, bro. A full interview on comicbookmovie.com. Talking about the movement, bro. And ain't nobody wanted to bring it up. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. This is wild.
This is wild, bro. This is wild.
This is wild, bro.
It proves my point, bro. They was in it for something else. Because you're about to deliver what everybody said we wanted. You're about to deliver the Snyderverse, what everyone wanted. And you're about to deliver it. Why aren't they showing you love, bro? Why aren't they helping you out? Why aren't they in your chat? And if they blame me, they on some bullshit. They're gonna try to blame me because they need some reason to blame me. Like if you saw Hamad, that's full circle too, or I mean that's part two of whatever that shit is. If you keep going for another year, and I don't think y'all are gonna stop, there's gonna be, full circle 3 or whatever the event is, part 3. All of these guys are gonna be there and they're gonna be happy as fuck that they got to see all these movies. But not one of them boys know. All of them boys are gonna be there and they're gonna be acting like, Zach, I'm your biggest fan. Oh, I can't wait, let me film Zach and blah blah blah. But not one time did y'all come and help the dude who did it. Not once. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Unless the only thing that makes sense is if y'all was working with Warner Brothers and Disney, because they're the guys who don't want to see you succeed.
Crazy, bro.
That's wild, bro.
Crazy, bro. Hey,
wow.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely been a process, right? Getting to this point, and when what happened at Full Circle happened, that's when it really became clear that this, was a lot of a different situation than I thought it was.
Right.
Even at that point, right? Because I had already kind of had like lower expectations, but then it really changed once because Full Circle should have been a really like a come to Jesus moment, right? Like it's like, yo, everybody's been wondering whether or not Zach is rocking with us, right? Whether or not Zach is rocking with this sale campaign. Like, yeah, we had the likes on Twitter, right? We had the Wayne T. Card tweeting out our hashtags, which was a huge thing. And he gave us a logo, bruh.
Mm.
And a picture that we had never seen before. Right?
Right.
Straight from Wayne T. Card. So we had stuff like that. But one of the biggest things that our naysayers had been saying was that, hey, Zach don't rock with y'all.
Right.
Right. But when we got that confirmation and I actually got to ask him the question and, he signed my poster the way he did, which I have framed, by the way, you know what I'm saying? Like, but just when we came out of Full Circle with all these nuggets of information and reasons that we should keep fighting and Zach saying don't stop and right, he loves Steel's channel, all this stuff that happened at Full Circle, it really should have been a moment where everybody was able to come get behind these hashtags, and it ended up turning into a moment of people arguing, right, over like, hey, what does sell ZSJL? What does sell ZSJL to Netflix even mean? And hey, we should be doing these other hashtags too. Why can't we do restore? Why can't we do release? Why can't we do make the Batfleck movie? It's like, yo, all these things are all encompassed in that second hashtag. So why are we even having to have these conversations? But it just really became about ego. And I know that for a fact. It was all about these hashtags. And that was why going back and revisiting that first episode, when you spoke about the fighting over hashtags, man, it just really hit home real hard this time because you said it then, but then this time it was like I was actually like I had lived it, and I was like, damn, he was absolutely right. And they're doing the same things. These plays never really change, right?
Like we can go to Morpheus. Remember, he said the agents, they always do the same thing by the book. They always do, and that's what we dealing with them agents. They always doing the same shit. And back in the day, when we were arguing over hashtags, it will be like every day there was an argument over hashtags. that was more important than Zack Snyder's content. Was what hashtag putting out. You know, every single day, and even when we were trending at high levels, like million levels, there was still arguing over hashtags. And then it was the original argument was over a hashtag. The release the Snyder cut. Some people wanted to be in that TPZ and Vinaldo fighting over the movement over that the account. But the account was still pumping out hashtags. It's always been over hashtags. But what we really look at, one, they were making money because they were trying to sell those hashtags. Two, if the more we fight, the more we're destabilized, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's destabilization. It was always same shit Joker did, trying to have the rich versus the poor people fight, and Bane did it and everything.
Theatricality and deception, bro.
It's the same shit they were doing to us. Every single day, it's another fight over something. Another fight over something. They're gonna say, yo, I'm mad at Peely because he said he didn't know Fiona. But there's this dude named Edgy that'll make jokes about Zack Snyder's dead daughter, and nobody cancel that guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, bro, what are y'all doing, dog? Y'all bullshitting. This whole thing is bullshitting, But when y'all and you always say, if it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have got the Snyder cut. Bruh, if it wasn't for y'all, we probably wouldn't have had Full Circle too, or there definitely part 3 is gonna be because of y'all. But Zack Snyder came back out when y'all start pumping. Y'all are doing this, bruh. Like, I want y'all to recognize your power. Like,
we did trend larger than Superman Legacy the other day. Exactly. I just wanted to add that in there on a whim. On a whim, bro. About a couple days' notice.
Bro, that's fucking Superman Legacy, dog. Y'all killed the
on a day when they dropped David Corns to it looking like mini Cavill. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Do I still got that picture, bro? Where'd that picture go? Where'd that picture of mini Cavill go? Look, the same day they dropped this picture, Peely. Yep. Bro, tell me that ain't mini Cavill, bro.
Yeah, they're trying to trick people. They want people to think that's Cavill so they can start tweeting again for Cavill. That shit look just like Henry Cavill, bro.
Hey, look. You want to know why all these haters really be hating on Zach, bro?
Why?
Because it is.
James Gunn don't got that.
James Gunn don't got that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Yeah.
But we gotta call him out.
This movement does have power though, bro. But
yeah.
What are you saying? Yeah.
No, I want you to look at like say in sports, you got Michael Jordan, you got these big professional super athletes, but at the end of the day, the sports writers rule sports. If Skip Bayless, he can destroy Russell Westbrook's whole career. No matter if Russell Westbrook done did multiple seasons averaging triple doubles. Some little white dude named Skip who never played basketball can make sure Russell Westbrook don't go into the Hall of Fame. That's the real power. That's the real power. The power is the media. So y'all have the power over the narratives. Like you said, if y'all didn't go to Full Circle, the narrative probably would be totally different. You know what I mean? The narratives would probably be, Zach said, let's quit and let's go. We should go talk about James Gunn now. We should support James.
Yeah,
they would have won. They would have got their shit and won. But y'all are standing in the way of them boys' success. Y'all trend higher than Superman Legacy. That was never supposed to happen, bro. When they made this plan to take over Warner Brothers, that was never supposed to happen. Some nigga with Netflix shit higher than a Superman movie, bro. They didn't expect this. This is what I'm saying. This, bro, y'all are powerful, man. You doing it up. and your competition is still Warner Brothers and still Disney. And y'all boy just stay on your guns like you did. You got the rules of engagement. You got y'all's crew is tight, so there's no backstabbers. There's nobody looking for clout. That's one of the best things.
Yeah.
You've already seen from all of our mistakes, so you know what not to make. Bro, you're Dr. Manhattan too, though. You're kind of like you're the black version of Dr. Manhattan. You are it, bro. You are it. Just fucking get these fucking movies out for us, bro, because we all want to see them shit. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I want to see these movies bad, bro. So if I can help you,
Man, I want to see him bad too, bro. Like, look, I need him. We need him. The world needs this, man. And I'm not just saying that, bro. Like, the world needs this content because I think the fact that they are fighting so hard to not let us see this only speaks to how powerful that they know that this shit is about to be,
100%.
right? Because you know, Zach is the blueprint, man. I don't give a damn what you, man. Just in so many aspects, they steal from this dude all throughout Hollywood. I be seeing little tropes and everything in everybody's movies, seeing shots stolen and plot points. Right? We were just doing a watch along of King of the Monsters on Netflix, the Godzilla movie. That movie has so many parallels with Batman versus Superman, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
many.
Everybody's
And
yeah.
right, and I didn't even really peep it until we just watched it this last time, and I was like, "Yo, it does kind of start off with the end of the last movie, and you're seeing it from another person's perspective, right?" And they're showing like the media talking about like it was just pretty much it really borrowed a whole lot from that film. So uh we were talking on that last episode about WandaVision, even back then, stole whole sequences
Hell yeah.
from Man of Steel and BVS, right? So uh his impact cannot be denied. You know, if anybody loves Infinity War and or Endgame, you need to be thanking Zack Snyder because that was that man's story he was going to be doing with Justice League 2
Exactly.
and 3, right? It's just been like at every turn he's been emulated, copied, and everything, and they've been fighting hard for us to not see this. So I feel like it's because they know that this is about to be like some world changing shit, man. And just like BVS was, right? I mean, they knew, man. That's why they took that movie out of China early so it wouldn't hit 1 billion. There's just been constant roadblocks
Yep.
placed in front of him and us as a fan base that have been trying to engage with him. So now that he's over at Netflix, he seems much more happy, bro. Us as fans, our engagement with Netflix has been so much happier. There hasn't been all this give a carrot, take a carrot shit that we were seeing with Warner Brothers for all these years. It's just been a totally different kind of experience. So I'm just hoping that hey, once these movies hit Netflix come December 1st, we're all able to start engaging and watching these films. And once Rebel Moon drops, we just got to make that a smash hit. And I think that if we can do both of those things, then we can get what we want, man.
Yeah, no, we can. And like you said, the world needs to see these shit. And that's what I've been saying the whole time. That's what Go Deep was about. Because like Zach is the only one that's pushing that envelope like that. Like look at BVS when he had like the human trafficking girls down in the cellar or whatever, right?
Yeah.
A little kid watching that don't know what that is. They just see
Yeah.
like a bunch of girls in jail or whatever.
But
So
we know.
Right. We know what point he's making. And like there was LexCorp, there was a corporation behind that, you know? So a person like let's say a kid is like, Dad, why are girls in jail like that? What's going on? But the dad don't want to tell the son, well, we might be talking about human trafficking. But in the real world, that's a huge conversation that needs to be had in
Facts.
politics, in corporate America, in the hoods, you know, gangs, all this. That's a big conversation that needs to be had. That's what the world needs to be having right now, right? So you got Disney that's not in none of their movies. They're not going to show that. They're not going to point out in that
Not at
direction.
all.
Right. So the world will stay dumb. So look at you. Not only would you be getting the message out that Zach is trying to put out, but you will be helping to change the world also, bro. You know what I mean? Because if Zach's information don't get out, we wouldn't know about, you know what I mean? People, the casual people wouldn't even know that somebody put human trafficking in a Batman movie. You know what I mean? Or a
Yeah.
Superman movie.
Facts.
So if you Zach, we know Zach's gonna put the information in his movies. So Disney don't want the information out. Let's keep Zach down. Warner Brothers don't want the information out. Let's keep Zach down so we don't get the information out. You know, Rebel Moon is gonna have the information in.
Oh my God, bruh. Rebel Moon, bruh.
Rebel Moon about to show some shit, bruh. You know?
Bruh. When I heard about the scribes,
Right.
and they was talking about how like they record history by like altering people's memories, and I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? I was like, yo, Zach about to be cooking something up, boy.
Right. And Netflix letting them do it. Netflix letting them do it. Netflix giving them free reign. Even in Army of the Dead, there was a lot of messages. But
right?
let's say like the message level with Superman characters and Batman characters. If that gets out and we understand completely what Zack Snyder was trying to say, it's world changing information. It's world altering information. So if fucking Skywalker the Jedi and his crew gets the world changing information to the world, you're gonna change the world, bro. You know, you might have been on a path being in the military, you know, but the path you're on right now is gonna change the world. The whole world, if you succeed, the whole world will be changed just by giving out the information that you're about to bring to the table with, you know, that you're gonna help bring to the table with Zack Snyder or whatever, whatever. And that's been the whole thing this whole time, bro. All the political shit they were trying to put us behind, they were trying to put us behind the bad guys of changing the world. You know, all the George Soros, Black Lives Matter shit, you know, we're sitting here thinking it's Black Lives Matters. We don't even know George Soros is playing the Joker character that's making us fight each other. You know, we don't even know that. But when you start listening to Go Deep, that's why I thank you for having me on and we talk about those shit. When you start listening to you, when we get the information out, we're gonna change the whole fucking world, bro. That's what this was about the whole time. Corporate level, we were at corporate level changing the world and doing it easily. We're the only group that has ever fed 100,000 people with Subway. We're the only people ever that's done that. We're the only people ever that trend to this level. We're the only people ever to do that. They had to break us up, just like they broke up the Black Panthers, just like they killed Tupac, just like they killed Malcolm X, just like they killed Martin Luther King, just like they killed the dude in the Beatles, just like they killed JFK, RFK, all of that. You're in the same level as that, bro. We're in the same level. That's why all of that information that I just named is in Zack Snyder's movies. You know, he put because it all matches. It all intertwines. You're the new level Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. We're in that same level, bro. This is world changing shit. This is not just no fucking
bro. Do you know how many like I have told this story on stream the other day or just recently, but I have a friend, man, that I was in the military with, and I was at a barbecue at his house. It was earlier this year, and he told me, that his girlfriend, he just randomly mentions it. He goes, "Yeah, she ended all that Snyder shit too." And I was like, "Wait, like what?" You know what I'm saying? And like, she came back out after a few minutes, and I was like, "Wait a minute. So you love the Snyder cut?" And dude, I swear on my niece, man, she just like goes into this long diatribe about how it changed her life, and she saw it, and she was just at like this place, and she was like down mentally, and it just gave her hope, and just all these different things. And I was just like, damn, man, like it's crazy that I'm, sitting here having this conversation with somebody that's telling me how they were genuinely like moved by this film,
Right.
right? And then recently, I was just at another place where I was working with just somebody who I had worked with a few months back, and I had told her to watch the Snyder Cut, and she's telling me about how it's like art and it's so beautiful and it just moved her and made her. And I was just like, man, like this is what we needed, bro. Like that's why we was fighting for this film for so long.
Correct.
And so it is important, bro. Like getting that cut, getting Zack Snyder's Justice League out, that changed lives. It 100% did. I've talked to multiple people, like literally in real life, who have explained as such. So I think that with that being our kind of like true north, it's why we're able to keep going, because we know that we got to get these movies out, man.
Right.
The world needs them. Everybody needs it, bro.
Right. Correct. And it's good that y'all are doing it. And that's why I wanted to come on here and call everybody out that's not helping you, because this world changing shit. I know you don't really need help. You're still cruising, but I mean, you do. If we had a team behind you, if the whole team was behind you, and I'm even get with Fatal J too and all them boys, because there's a whole nother crew that can help y'all. But helping y'all helps everyone. Helping y'all, it even helps the world, bro. When we get the message out from Justice League 2 and 3, and maybe even Batfleck come, because Batfleck put similar messages in his movies. Batfleck gets his movies out, or
he said at full circle that he was willing to come back. Yo, the one thing that they was not willing to talk about was Batman stuff, weirdly, right? When it came to plot details and all kind, the one thing that they did not want to discuss, Peely,
right,
was Batman shit. So y'all do with that what you will, right? Zach, all kind of stuff that he knew couldn't happen, he was being open and honest about it. Right. Whenever a Batman question came up about that damn Batfleck movie, it was mum's the word.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't gonna really tell you what was going on with that Batman movie.
Bruh, imagine Batfleck can step on James Gunn right now if he shows up.
Facts, bro.
Facts. He could. If Batfleck shows up and a Batman movie shows up with him, it's no more James Gunn. Because even with the Flash, I thought the Flash was gonna do that, because it just looked so much like Zack shit. I thought it was gonna be like, damn, we like the Zack shit better. Like after watching the Flash, it didn't happen. But we can't. Ain't nobody in this
fandom got psyoped with the Flash, bro. Yeah, the fandom got psyoped like a lug, bro. That was the craziest situation I ever seen.
100%. You got a fucking Zack Snyder movie damn near, and you talking shit about it because what? We got psyop. But I don't think they can psyop Ben Affleck. I don't think that can happen.
No. Oh no. Nah, because that's Oscar winning, man. That's just too much. And I think that bruh, Netflix, I think that they can facilitate that for us, man. As long as we show them that engagement is there. So, uh, us over hashtag sale, we are of course gonna keep doing what we're doing. But yo, all the help that we could get with this thing would be appreciated, right? And we just really don't feel that at this time to sit here and continue to argue over the semantics or whether or not it's viable is something that we should be doing. Like it's very clear at this point that there's been movement, there's been traction, there's been discussions, and I think that anybody, as long as you can accept that and you can see that, hey, come December 1st is going to be game time. I think that should be what the main focus should be instead of whatever the hell else is going on.
Right. 100%.
Right.
100%. That should be the main focus. And everyone that, they should all be helping you, bro. The whole Watchmen should be helping you. If they really enjoyed Zack Snyder's movies, the whole Watchmen should be helping you. TPZ should be helping you. Ronaldo and his crew should be helping you because y'all's beef is with me. I'm not on Skywalker shit. I'm just helping Skywalker. But if y'all got beef with me, don't take that out on Skywalker. You know what I mean? Y'all, because to be honest, they really don't got beef with me. They're just bullshitting. They're just bullshitters. They work for Warner Brothers and they can't work for Netflix at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's just what it is.
Hey, I feel it, right? I just think that at this juncture, I'm just glad that we are able to kind of keep things moving, and hopefully we can drum up enough interest to really, really see this thing on home, right? So, I do want to kind of start wrapping up, right? I want to thank you for coming on, man, because it's always super dope having you on this platform, and I really do appreciate your wisdom and your time too, bro.
No
So, you know, before we kind of close out, what's your final message? Right? Are you excited about the prospects of the hashtag sale? And lastly, finish out by letting us know how hyped you are for Rebel Moon, bro, because I do want to kind of end off on that.
Word. Yeah, I'm definitely hyped, and we still got another podcast we got to do on the Wonder Woman shit.
Wonder Woman, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
definitely. I want to get into that, and with the final thoughts on this shit. I'm very very excited about what y'all got going on because I think this is the way to get the Snyderverse to see it. It's obvious Warner Brothers ain't fucking with us no more. It's obvious they were just using us anyway. So this is a better way to see it. And plus, they're giving us more traction. Netflix is like the girl that's paying attention to us.
Facts, right?
It is. It is. So I'm excited that we going on dates again. I'm excited that I'm excited about all that good shit, bro. I'm excited about all that good shit. I'm very excited about Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon look better than Star Wars right now. Rebel Moon reminds me of a like Rogue One. It kind of get that feel of Rogue One, and I'm excited to see that. But
Bro, I just saw earlier they are putting up for pre-order like a 1-to-1 scale of the molten metal store that the Nemesis chick has.
damn,
Bro, they got a 1-to-1 scale, so like a life-size molten metal store, bro.
damn.
That chick. Oh my! I might have to fuck around and copy me one of those. Facts.
Hold on a sec, real quick.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, yeah. Rebel Moon about to be off the chain, y'all. I cannot wait for this film. I had saw that earlier. I was like, yo, I don't know if my pockets was gonna allow it, but I was like, man, I might have to cop me one of those. Right? Man. Zach over there cooking up something crazy. And he's like, lightsaber, man, hold my beer. I'm about to give you a molten metal sword, right? Which is like way more practical when you actually think about it. Because it's like, yo, it's just a sword that's super, super hot. So hot that
My bad.
yeah.
I hear my cat in the bathroom ripping off the toilet tissue. I'm like, damn, that little dude is slick, bro.
Right.
But yeah, yo, also, I think I'm gonna say something to your fan base. Don't when we like if y'all go on Twitter and y'all see anybody talking about this show or talking about, Zack Snyder, don't engage them. Be polite, but be like, yo, where y'all at? Like just ask them, yo, what's going on? Are y'all gonna help us out? Or, don't put them on blast and we come messing up any rules of engagement. But ask them boys, if they're still around, just be like, watch this podcast. Why aren't y'all helping us out? Or maybe we can use y'all help or something just to see what they say, because I I think this podcast with me naming names or this OG talk or whatever, I think is gonna blow up just like the last one did. I think that people are gonna start saying something now, but that might be the engagement we needed. But I still don't want to ruin your rules of engagement. I still want to be nice and polite. We don't have to come up with any fights or be like, just find a polite way to ask, yo, why aren't y'all helping us? What did we do that, you know, decide made y'all decide not to help us? Just to see what they say. And then we can build on that because I think some of them people back in the day they may want to help. They just maybe some of them are being steered off track still, maybe some of them are still being steered off track, but a lot of the people I'm talking about are just the big dogs in the Watchmen room or the Watchmen chat, but there's
Mhm.
still the other little people in the Watchmen chat that still coming to help and they still want to help. So I'm just telling y'all boys, yo, help Skywalker. And if y'all see someone, Mama Bear or anybody in this crew, y'all see someone on Twitter and they bullshitting about Zack Snyder shit, ask them, yo, Skywalker is the closest to making this happen. Why aren't y'all helping Skywalker? Something simple and easy, not a fight, not nothing crazy, but a simple question like that, just to see what they say, bro. You know, that's what I want to happen.
Right. Mm. I just hope that it doesn't come back to, hey, we have to use the other hashtags because it's like that.
They will do that.
Because it just be like, bro, like, man, but the ROEs, they are what they are, and they've gotten us this far, and it's like, yo, man, it's no disrespect to any of those other things, and I kind of let the cat out of the bag, but that's what's been so frustrating, Peely, because there was all this fighting over hashtags and which ones to use, but after the Snyder Cut went to Netflix, the plan was always to drop the first hashtag because it would have been sold. And we were going to use the second hashtag with whatever anybody wanted to mix with it. That was always going to be the plan, bro. But it was just, hey, we need to get this first thing through first. Um, but yo, we got hella pushback, bro. And it was all this, yo, no, let's do it this way, let's do it that way. But at the end of the day, it's been this way that has gotten us this far. And so that is a non-starter until the Snyder Cut is sold. There will be no mixing of the hashtags. But outside of that, I think that, we would be willing to rock out with anybody, just as long as they following the ROEs. That's literally all that we ask.
Right.
And we just all put forth as much effort as we possibly can through this last little home push and hopefully be able to get everything that we've been campaigning for all these years. I mean, what the hell have we been doing, Peely? Right? Like, is this not why we've been here, bro?
Right. Right. Get Will on the next OG talk, and
Right?
get Will and see what. I mean, I don't know. I get all
Hey,
the OG.
Will came on before you did earlier when I had did his part too. You know what I'm saying? So
All right. All right.
yeah. But we are willing to rock out with anybody just as long as these ROEs can be followed just through this home stretch. You know what I'm saying? We ain't asking forever. But just this last little home stretch, it should be all hands on deck kind of situation.
Correct. Correct. That's what this whole podcast was about. We need all hands on deck. And if y'all mad at me because I said I don't know Fiona, that's some real shit, y'all boys. I don't know Fiona like that, bro. You know, that shouldn't be no mad. You shouldn't be no argument over that. But all hands on deck. If y'all are really Snyder's fans, this is the time when we should have all hands on deck. You know, if not, y'all got to give us a valid excuse, or I'm gonna be clowning y'all on every single podcast.
Yo, and on that note, we about to close on out. Man, I want to thank you, Peely, for coming through. I want to thank everybody that watched this great interview. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. It's always dope getting the big dog over here. So I want to say shouts out to all y'all. Hashtag sales ZSJL to Netflix. Hashtag sales Snyderverse to Netflix is in full effect, and we will be pushing forward no matter what. So
Sale is the way, baby.
Hey, sale is the way. This Friday, we are kicking off our Man of Steel watch along on December 1st, right? Because the whole DCEU is going over to Netflix, right? And we got a lot of content coming for you guys, a lot of stuff lined up, and it's time to go. So it's about to be playoff time. You know what I'm saying? So uh, we got to go get that chip. So shouts out to all y'all, and we're gonna catch y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.